What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of The Build Up. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on your way in because we actually got a win. We actually have something positive to talk about. A decent performance, decent second half performance, I would say. Tale of two halves for sure. It was basically like the perfect description of that game for me. Poor first half, but United picked it up in the second. Goals from Rasmus Højlund and who scored the second goal? I can't remember.
Garnacho.
Garnacho.
No,
Yeah,
Garnacho scored the first one.
Garnacho scored the first goal. Højlund on the second one. Garnacho on his 8th attempt finally gets one to go. And Højlund, great performance. Rashford, great performance. Front three looks like it might be clicking. We suffocated them in the second half. What are you guys saying? Are we back? Are you fully hooked again? Do they got you or
Listen?
slow down
All
a
I'm
little bit?
saying is, Ten Hag cooked me a meal, and I'm eating good. I'm eating good because of Ten Hag. Second half, he did well. Second half, he did well. Second half, he did well. I'll give him that. First half,
I don't think we changed anything second half tactically because it just looked more of the same, but it looked really aggressive. I don't know if that was a instruction or like they just came out.
It just looked like we were more intent on winning back the ball, like just like pride kicked in, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but let's get into it. I mean, let's start from the beginning. The lineup comes out. That front three: Garnacho, Højlund, Rashford on the right. It gets leaked. Me and Hassan talked about it pre-game, but we weren't really feeling the Rashford on the right thing. Like, we haven't really seen it work, but it seemed like he had more of like a roaming role, to be honest. He's popping up on the left, he's popping up centrally, popping up in that right half space. He wasn't really playing as a wide, a right winger, so to speak. He was kind of drifting everywhere, and he had a great performance. But just based off the lineup when that dropped, were you guys confident? Or we saw Licha playing left back, we saw the Unks in the middle, Casemiro and Eriksen with Bruno. Like, what were your thoughts?
I thought, yeah, they're gonna grip us and they're gonna roll us around the midfield and send us back to Carrington with a 4-0 loss. But it looked like that in the first half as well. We didn't look great. I think we started off very slow, but then second half obviously different. And Rashford, right wing, sort of said it on the stream before that. He's got that strength of when he's in that right half space, he can cross it in, and that's literally how Garnacho scored his first goal. Martinez left back, Evans, Eriksen left side. They all looked a bit weak, but I guess second half they're just more aggressive. And can we keep that up going forward? I don't know, but yeah.
for me, when you have a barbecue and your uncles are on the grill and you just leave them to it. That's what it was yesterday, man. Just let the unks do their thing. They cooked, especially second half. They cooked very well. Rashford on the right. He's forgot. I think he's forgotten about Ahmad. I don't know why. I don't know how. He's completely forgotten about him. I don't think he sees him even as a fixture in the squad anymore. Maybe he feels like there's not enough power and pace behind him, whatever the reason. And just how we started off against City, it seems like we build up on the right-hand side, but then shift to the left-hand side for that left winger to take the shot. As we saw Garnacho take like not 1, not 2, not 3. He took about 10. He moves like ZK when he talks to girls in the DMs. Like, it takes about 8, 9 shots and one works out eventually. It's too much. But yeah, Rashford in the right half. Rashford's in the best form I've seen him the last year and a bit. I'd say he's cooking. Like, his ball to Garnacho in the first half where he just cut across it, like that was unreal. And his cross for Garnacho's goal reminded me of his cross to Cavani about 2 seasons ago from the right half space. Whipped it in. Cavani headed it in and Garnacho volleyed it in. He played it unreal. Ugarte looked adequate, if that's okay. Adequate in the second half. But I think it's clear for everyone to see that these players have not down tools underneath Ten Hag, considering the amount of last-minute comebacks and second-half comebacks we made underneath of him, last-minute winners. These players are committed to the cause, contrary to popular belief, and the long term that's hurting them because that means the ball is still in charge. But we'll see next week against West Ham. But it was a decent second half / 20 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah, I think I agree with both you guys said, but the main story of the first half was Matthias de Ligt, because he takes a knee from, I can't remember exactly who it was. He's bleeding all over the place. He looks like Gladiator. I don't even know what's going on. 3 separate times he goes out, and United's medical team does not bandage him up for some reason. There's a rule in the Premier League: if you're bleeding, you have to go out. You have to go out the pitch. Like it's just not even a question. And I'm not sure why they just kept trying to wipe it dry or whatnot. But he, credit to him, he kept coming back in and he just wanted to get back on the pitch. I thought overall he had a really good performance, and that kind of first half kind of signified his mentality towards the game for me. It's just like, no funny business. Like, the guy just wants to defend. But he goes out multiple times, and the third time the ref sends him out, and then they still don't bandage him. He has to go out right before a defensive corner, and they end up scoring off the corner. Dalot loses his man. It just seemed like that was the most Manchester United thing ever. Like, the most absurd possible situation. We don't figure it out. We don't fix it, and we concede. I guess, what were you thinking after that goal?
After that goal, I thought, that's it, we're done.
Yeah, it's over.
I thought it's over because throughout that first half, the game was going like how we thought it would be going. They were finding a lot of space down our channels, and especially our fullbacks, they were struggling. I think the physicality in midfield, it sort of showed. They couldn't really hold the ball in attack as well. I think when you look at de Ligt, I feel like there's a lot of people who obviously judging him very harshly, but he needs a solid partner. And Johnny Evans, the general, is like 40 years old, and
Unk still got it, man.
I know he's
cooking.
The thing is, when you pair de Ligt with a proper partner, I feel like Euro and de Ligt will be that one. They both can obviously play the ball to feet. Euro might be a little bit better with that, and de Ligt obviously box defending, Euro recovery defending. There'll be a solid partnership. I think we've seen glimpses of de Ligt, but to see the better of him, we need a proper partner for him. Not saying Johnny Evans is bad because he's in SofaScore Team of the Week, but
I mean, SofaScore is a very accurate, reflective rating of how people played that week. I just think with de Ligt, he's a warrior. He's a leader, natural born leader. But he does look like a Harry Maguire from 5 years ago, and that's not a diss. Harry Maguire 5 years ago was worth 80 million, and rightfully so. Like, that's not a diss at all. But he does have a lot of weaknesses in that he's very rash sometimes. Dives in, like, has a Martinez thing. That's why when he has a partner next to him, like a Johnny Evans, to rein him in, he does perform better than anything else. But when he has Euro, he's going to be the senior centre back. He's going to have seniority. It's going to be interesting to see how he adapts to that. I mean, the guy when he was 17 was the Ajax captain, but in terms of his mentality, he always seems to have a mistake in him, which is not what you want from your centre back. But he played well. I think Evans played. I think Johnny Evans just came here for a 1-year contract, do his coaching badges, and just chill, relax back home in Manchester, chill in Cheshire with his wife and his kids. He was not expecting to play this much, but respect to him for coming out and being our best centre back on the pitch half the time, and yeah, it was good. And I feel like the whole medical malarkey about wrapping it was so amateurish. It was like something you see in like non-league or something like that. It's like, what's going on? It's like, what are you doing, man? Bandage his head, get him back on. Or if he's like, it's heavy bleeding, take him off, like, make a decision. Like, it was very amateurish, which cost us the goal. But yeah, I'm glad we bounced back, and I think some of our forwards had very good games as well.
Yeah, I was just going to transition into that. From one standout performer to another, Rasmus Højlund put together probably Yeah, the celebration's cold. Put
It's
together
cold. It's cold. No more
probably,
guitar stuff. This is cold.
I would say probably a top 3 performance in a United shirt for him. Wolves away stands out to me. Galatasaray and at home, and then probably this one, to be honest. When he puts all the pieces together, like, he's dangerous, man. He's so dangerous. Like, his at the beginning stages of the game, Pinnock kind of like had his number and like those first couple balls that came into him. But once he figured it out and started turning on the ball, he had a couple really, really nice turns and passes. He was just doing no nonsense. I think he said it post game too. He wasn't trying to wrestle with the defenders. Apparently,
Claire's the
he
gimmick.
probably has. He's got a KD burner. He's got some sort of burner. He's reading everything. But just a really, really solid performance. Obviously, like, even if he didn't score and like someone else scored, I would still think it's like a really insane performance. But even, the way he took his goal, how composed he was, obviously a really, really wonderfully worked goal. But it's just good to see him get a chance on his left foot. Like, when's the last? I feel like the last 2 goals he scored, he has had 2 chances on his left foot this season. And he scored both of them. So I thought it was just a really, really good performance, and it's just really nice to see him put the pieces together, and hopefully he can just kick on from here. Because I feel like, I don't know. We'll talk about that Xerxes cameo a little bit later, but he he seems like he's came back in and like locked down that starting number 9 spot.
I think most of like why Hoyland was actually good that game was we were passing the ball to his feet and like below his waist. We weren't getting into chase balls in the channels. We weren't, kicking it to his head, making him head it down. The balls were in his feet. He could spin the defender. He could pass it out wide to Rashford or Garnacho. He had a lot of freedom to link play. He had a lot of good passes into him. Bruno had a better game than he has had previously. Obviously, the assist as well. But even the passes from, Casemiro, he was on it as well somehow. He downloaded a passing package from somewhere. I don't know where he did. Ericsson almost played 90 minutes, was it? How long did Ericsson play? I feel like he was on the pitch the whole game.
Did Ugarte come on for Casemiro or Ericsson? I can't remember. But
Casemiro,
he
I
basically
think,
played the whole game.
Yeah, he
I
basically
think he
played
played the whole game.
So we had a lot of good passes from deep, and the thing is with Hoyland, we don't want him to be chasing balls in the channels. We want him to play to feet. I feel like Ruud might have been working with him, and he might have seen Xerxes play, and got some sort of inspiration on the link-up play.
With Hoyland, I think I saw a stat where he scored 18 Premier League goals from 13 XG, so he's overperforming about 5 goals. This guy, we saw at Atlanta where when he got the ball out wide, when he was dribbling at centre backs, he can create his own shot, which is what number one thing I love in a striker. He can create his own shot as well. So to see him wrestling, like Hassan said, like Brock Lesnar in SummerSlam 2004 against the Undertaker, I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Why are you hitting the F5 against the centre backs, bro? Just turn them. Get the ball a little bit deeper, turn and run, which is how we used him towards the end of last season. And he's getting in more goal scoring positions. This kid hardly played many minutes of professional football before he came to Manchester United, and he scored 16 goals in his debut season. Everyone overlooks that. That's not, and he scored like 5 in the Champions League as well, 5 in the big Champions League. Like this, he's a full package. He's a real deal. We just need to cater more to his strengths. Like Bruno was back in his passing bag. Great flick, great finish over the top. Loved it. And yeah, maybe with Xerxes playing alongside him, them two could play off each other. The little 9.5 and the 9. Yeah, we'll talk about the 9.5 in a second. But the little 9 was, he was cooking. He was doing well. And I think maybe that played into Ten Hag's thinking, playing Rashford on the right, because Rashford's got great crosses from the right hand side, can whip the ball in onto Hoyland's head. Maybe that's why. But yeah, Love Rasmus played well. Just carry on. He just needs to stop affiliating himself with certain channels online, and then I love him fully. I'm just like,
I think everyone agrees with that.
Yeah, and certain channels online need to stop censoring their son's opinion for some random reasons as well. No names, but I digress. Good performance by the front two. The ones, yeah, the guy on the left hand, the little Argentinian guy on the left hand side, nah. But the other two, I really like their performances.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the other two. Let's talk about let's talk about Garnacho first, because I think we're all on the same page about Rashford. But Garnacho
Okay.
had this was like a typical. This is like the quintessential Garnacho performance for me. Like some extremely frustrating moments, but like you could only talk shit about him so much because he's gonna come up with something. Like he's leaving there with something every
Have
time. Like
Have you
he's
seen
gonna
Have you
make
seen Ted
something happen.
Lasso? Have you seen Ted Lasso where he
I actually
says,
haven't. I actually haven't. Never. I don't know. It's the one Yank
you
has
know,
never seen Ted Lasso, but I actually never
you
watched it.
don't see it? He's like, make sure you play like a goldfish. So forget. That's how Garnacho literally plays.
Yeah. Short memory, amnesia. But that I feel like that's his best
Yeah, it's a
traits are
good
all
thing.
mental, because anything mistake he does, it could be the most egregious touch, the worst, that shot that he took with his left after the pass that Rashford gave to him, the beautiful that he
Yeah.
just completely botched it, like sliced it with his left. There's mad people in the box. He could have crossed it, done anything. Most people would like get into a shell after that, but it just like it's frustrating in the moment, but like he always comes up with a moment every time. And so he's just, for me, he's not a starter. He's like perfect off the bench player. Like, and it doesn't mean like 80th minute, like he come on 50th, 60th, like whenever. But I mean, it's just I don't really know how to analyze that performance. Like he was everywhere. He was doing everything. He obviously benefits from the fact that like we're overloading the right side to isolate his side, so he gets so many opportunities. But I mean, yeah. What did you guys think about that performance?
I
I
think
think.
I think I
Oh,
think
you
Ten
go. You go
Hag
first.
recently said in a quote that Garnacho needs to start more games to study more or something like that and get used to starting games. And I think he's obviously 20 years old, so he's very, very raw. He's played quite a lot of games, but I just think he'll get better with games, and there's things he needs to develop, like upper body strength easily, because just gets shoved off the ball quite a bit. He needs to use his fullback more, but obviously Martinez wasn't overlapping anyway. But he did have a few occasions where he could have passed the ball and he didn't. And his ball striking, Rashford get to work with him a bit. Bruno get to work with him a bit. But other than that, I just feel like he's a player who'll get better. But at the moment, I want to see Ahmad in Rashford's role, and Rashford to have the chances Garnacho had. Because if Rashford had them chances, could be talking first half hat trick or whatnot. I mean, it's like full game hat trick first half. How many shots did you have in the first half? Was it 5 or 6?
I think someone tweeted that he's like Vinicius. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be like Vinicius or whatever, yeah. But that's
I,
that repeated intensity in your actions where you don't give your fullback a break. And I like that. Like he doesn't stop running at his fullback. He gets the ball and he's gonna run right at him, which I love because he puts the fullback on his back foot. Something Rashford I've always wanted Rashford to do and to learn from. Just have that intensity. Just run at your fullback. Just don't give him a moment's rest. And he does have amnesia. He's leaving the rave with something. He's leaving with a Snapchat. He's leaving with a number. He's leaving with an Instagram. He's leaving with something. We don't know what it is. It could be a goal. It could be just a number. It could be whatever. He's leaving there with something. So I love this goal. His goal was a great technique. On the volley, boom. Like, it was a great technique. But what I don't like about him is how he obviously wants to be a starter, which you love, which you got respect. But it seems like the manager is caving in to it and just like allowing him to dictate it. And you gotta understand, like, if it's not broken, don't try and fix it. Like, you had Ahmed on the right, who did well. Garnacho was doing great off the bench against tired legs, and he had Xerxes or Hoyland through the middle, and Rashford on the left hand side. It's a good combination. So I feel like he needs to go back to that combination maybe. But obviously, if Garnacho, he does end up with the goods, but it's all about how long it takes to get to those goods.
The only thing I would say with Ahmad is like you can't exactly say that he grabbed that spot by like he like took it. He had some good performances for sure. He kept it ticking. He's super valuable on that right hand side. He obviously gets the goal against Brighton and has a couple other really good moments. But from those first 6 games, he didn't exactly for me make a crazy stamp on that position where he's certified there. So I think he did leave some room for the manager, rightly or wrongly, to make some changes there and like experiment with different things. I definitely think he's gonna, like, I would expect him to start on whenever we play Fenerbahce. I think Wednesday or Thursday.
Thursday.
I think Thursday. I think he should start there just because it is such a crazy environment. We're going to need people who are calm on the ball, and I don't think Garnacho would be the right person for that. But yeah, I think with Garnacho, it's just he's still so young too. I think people forget he's been on the scene for so long that now people treat him like he's like a 26, 27-year-old player, but he's like 20 years old. So he has a lot of mental and physical maturing to go, but I do love the way that he's just relentless. But let's talk about Sir MBE number 10, Sir Marcus Rashford. I'm gonna bring it to Hassan right away. Just
talk.
What are your
Talk
thoughts?
your stuff, Hassan. They were dissing you in
Honestly.
the comments. Talk your stuff.
Honestly, guys were saying this guy is a GA merchant. And then they were saying he can't dribble. And then there was people at the start of the season saying he can't play make. Now seeing him in all positions, what can he not do?
What can he
And
do?
the guys saying he can't track back as well. Track back, defensive game. Okay, he doesn't track back as much as some.
Honestly, this season I think he's been tracking back a lot, especially that this past game. His effort was crazy. Yeah,
his defensive game as well. You watch Rashford now, I just feel like he's a player who's locked in. I feel like last season and the season before there was a bit of like if you moved him around a bit, he'd get a bit nervous and he wouldn't know like how to deal with certain positions. Sometimes he'd get moved out wide, and he sort of didn't know how to deal with it properly. When he played on right wing against, was it Everton last season? He sort of struggled then as well. And now I think you put him up front, you put him on the left, you put him on the right, he can play. I just want to see him on the left though, because I feel like obviously I like Garnacho, Højlund, and these all, but our most reliable goal scorer for me would probably be Rashford. I feel like with Rashford you can get goals, and if you want the creative play, I think you should play Ahmad on the right. Obviously, Rashford may have more to his game at the moment, but I don't think it's a lose-lose situation. I think whether you have Rashford or Ahmad on that right, at least we have the versatility now. Like Rashford before, I feel like he'd get a bit nervous on that side, but now he's just locked in.
I love the fact we have options for once. So, if Ahmad ain't performing, well, he's been performing, but in Ten Hag's eyes, he hasn't been performing. Play Rashford on the right, play Garnacho on the left. I just feel like, like Hassan said, he's locked in. He just purpose in every movement. He defends so much, too much even for my liking, too much because I want my winger to stay high and wide and to just, get the ball and just run ahead, save all his energy for attacking. But that's an argument for another day. I mean, there's times where like because of Dalot inverting and not overlapping, he'd have to collect the ball deep and wide. And where did Rashford have his best seasons playing as an inverted forward? I think but he's had to like make concessions to how he plays. Hasn't had an overlapping fullback for about the last 8-9 months. He's been not in the England squad. It's been a horrible year for him. For being honest, it's been a horrible year. But the fact that he's come back, knuckled down, working harder than ever before, in some sort of crazy good run of form. This guy got a goal and assist away at Porto, and he hooked him for rotation. There's a lot of players who would have down tools at that moment and be like, this guy don't rate me. I don't care about this manager anymore, whatever. But he knuckled back. And since then, he's been performing excellently. And it's only a matter of time before he gets back into the England squad. Well, that's because my boy Tommy Tukes is there. He's going to get back in the England squad. And if Garnacho plays well, he's got repeated intensity, which I love. But the upside on our team, if Rashford's in those same positions, is 10 times more. I'm sorry, God, it's 10 times more. Like, Garnacho's not a 30 goal a season winger. Rashford has shown he is. He got 41 goals and assists from the left-hand side. And it seems like Ten Hag has forgotten that and just is focusing on his versatility and all of his other aspects of his game instead of forgetting that this guy's our best finisher, or not best finisher, but can get the most amount of goals, get to dangerous positions, and every right back hates playing up against him. You ask any, like Ben White says he hates him, Trent says he taught him a lesson. You know, when he cut in and banged against Liverpool, big game player.
One
Get him
second.
on the left-hand
One
side.
second. Did you see our best forward against Trent the other day? You know, apparently the best forward that we sold.
Stinker.
Yeah. That's I've always said he's not been our best forward, not been our best winger. We need to get rid of him. He got 3-4 tappy assists, and everyone was saying, yeah, I think I digress. That guy, I don't mind that guy. I wish him the best, but he's not our best winger. He's not even our best three wingers. I'm sorry, but yeah, I think if Rashford get the left hand side and he's getting the opportunities Garnacho gets, I think he's hitting big numbers. Not as numbers as he did 2 years ago, but he's hitting like at least 20 this season. If he gets in those positions, he's gonna get more than 20 goals and assists. I know that for a fact. But I want him to get 20 goals this season and cement himself as like a top 4, top 5 winger in this league again.
Yeah, facts. I totally agree. I think I just love to see him playing with confidence. Love to see him just like kicking into gear ever since that Barnsley game. He's just been top, and just the way people speak on him, the obsession that they have with tearing this guy down just for him to keep rising up. It's just he's a top professional, top player. He's been our best player this season for me, easily.
By far.
And yeah, so I just hope he can kick on. Hope he starts on the left next game and bags a few. And yeah, I just hope he keeps going the way he is, because if he just keeps playing like this, then no one can talk because he's just performing every week. So
last season, I remember against Wolves when everyone's saying, "Oh, he's this, he's that, he's this, and he's that," and he scored like within 5 minutes, and he went on like a 5-game run of goals and assists. I generally think if he never got injured in that time period, he would have kicked on and he would have had a good end to the season. But then he got injured and everyone forgot about it. But then this guy, every time he comes back from criticism, like if you criticize him, bro, it just fuels him. This guy, like, he comes back, and I know I've had a lot of people say to me he's not a Premier League title winning winger. He's not this, he's that. I'm like, bro, put him in the right positions, optimal conditions, and he'll get you 30 goals. And if you can't win a title with a 30-goal a season winger, then I'm looking out elsewhere. And to think there are some fans which say he's a cancer, he's a virus, he's this, he's that, he demands this. Like, this guy's come here through the youth, lived in Manchester his entire life, plays for the badge, played through multiple ankle injuries, multiple shoulder injuries, multiple back injuries. Any other club, this guy would be known as like a world beater. Because he stayed at this dysfunctional club and literally given his body, everyone seems to think, he's a virus, he's this and he's that, he doesn't run enough. He's shutting up all the haters, in my opinion, this season.
Facts. Couldn't agree more. Let's hope he just kicks on and the team keeps playing well, because when the team plays well, it's like impossible for him not to play well, in my opinion. So yeah, I think those were all like kind of the standout performance. It was interesting. What do you guys think of Licha at left back? I feel like he was just like he didn't like do much, but like he was just like fine.
He was like sort of inverted, but he was like just build up. It was okay. Like it was a decent game.
Him left back, just don't do it, bruv. I don't see the appeal. He's all right in build up. It's a bit like meh. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit meh. Like, yeah, I get Harry Mass is not ready. He's 17, but I'd rather see him over than the left hand side than what I've seen so far this season. Because then at least that gives our wingers, an option to overlap them, gives them more space, can allow them to push up a bit higher. But that's just me being a bit optimistic.
At least Dalot finally got to play right back.
Yeah, for the first time this season.
Yeah, so that's good. Trying to think if there's anything. Bruno played a lot deeper, I think, just to take Casemiro out of build-up responsibilities. But Bruno was dropping super deep, which I thought helped him like get into the game a little bit more. He still didn't have like a performance where it set you on fire. Obviously, he has the great assist, but I thought he was better.
He looked a lot better. It was his best game this season, and that's really, really not saying much at all.
Do you think playing Rashford on the right sort of helped him as well? Because he took in Rashford took up 10 positions. So
Yeah, I guess he didn't have to do as much. He's drifting inside a lot, but I feel like Almond can
Ooh,
pick up a little bit of
got
those
f-
positions too.
got
Like,
Fred and Amrabat on Thursday.
yeah, Fred Amrabat and Jose.
Oh, it's a revenge tour on Thursday.
Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking. This is a
Saint
prototypical
Maximin.
game that we would lose.
If
St. Max,
Fenerbahce win, I am not on Twitter. I refuse to look at that website.
Saint Maximin plays for them, and that under Jekko
isn't Dzeko? Yeah.
and that guy who scored against us in the series.
Oh
In the
my
series,
God.
there, it's over. It's never
In the
anymore
series,
over.
Jekko, Tadic, Amrabat, Fred. Saint
Tadic?
Maximin.
They got a super team.
It's just they got Soyuncu in
2014
defense. That's it.
2016
They
is
got that.
calling and he wants his team of the year back, bro. What's going on, fam?
Yeah,
They got a
God.
goalkeeper called Etrugol.
Bruv, they got Ertugrul at the back. Oh, we're finished, bro. No, I feel like against Fenerbahce, I feel like the most important player is going to be Ericsson. He
You'd
get the
start
ball,
Ericsson.
bro. Get the ball deep, hold it, and just pass it off. Slow that tempo down, because if that game is fast paced, with that crowd, with that gaffer, with that manager, bruv, with our players, we know how mentally they can crumble as well in big games away. Galatasaray away, Porto away,
But you
like
just know Jose will sit deep. Right, deep.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the most disgusting low block you've ever
block.
seen in your life.
And you got Amrabat and Fred.
scores, I swear to God.
Amrabat and Fred hunting you in the middle of the pitch.
Amrabat's gonna look like prime Tony Cruz. I already know.
He's gonna pull out mad performance.
I'm going to see Fred do a Travella. I'm going to see Amrabat flipping score 30-yard, win the goal.
What team would you start?
I know Ericsson, you know, as a pacemaker, heart pressure might be a bit too high in that game as
Heart
well.
pressure, blood pressure.
Blood pressure, heart pressure, every pressure, bro. Like vein pressure, every pressure. He needs to. I think we need a control, like someone calm to sit down in the midfield. And Bruno's not a calming influence. He's not a calming factor.
He's suspended. He's
Alhamdulillah.
suspended because of his red card.
Oh, then I'd start Ericsson, Ugarte, and Casemiro.
Ugarte's getting sent off, bro.
Oh,
He's getting sent off.
Ugarte is gonna rise the blood pressure like this in that game. He's gonna go straight into Fred, straight to Amrabat.
You know Ugarte in games when like he's sustained pressure, he's all right. Like he's good and got good passing.
Would you start? Wait, you said Ugarte, Casemiro, and Ericsson?
Yeah, I'd start them.
So who's playing in like the two like reserved eights basically, or
A pivot
keep Casemiro deep, keep Ugarte as like a sort of 6, but ball carrying 6, mobile up and down, and sort of Ericsson.
And then Ericsson highest.
Maybe 10.
Ericsson could drop deep,
you sort of do something like a rotation between Ericsson and Ugarte.
I don't think Fenerbahce, they're not top. They've lost a few games this season, haven't they? Or am I wrong?
I'm just looking.
They're fourth, I think.
They're fourth, so Jose was signed to win the league, haven't performed that well, looking for a statement win in Europe. United are coming to town.
Yeah, it's
the stars,
it's
man.
all lined up. It's all lined up.
I need a RASHFORD goal, Lazio, to just shut everyone up.
Well, what defense would you start?
That's the real question.
Would you start Martinez because in the series jumps quite high?
I feel like he's gonna go with the same back line, to be honest.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, Johnny Evans, bro. Johnny Evans he's never had like a stinker, bro. He's always just like solid. I feel
like against Dzeko up top, he even though he's not the most physical or whatever, obviously Johnny Evans like a stick, bro. I've got more muscle than him. He knows how to use his body well. He knows how to play against a defender, against a centre back like that. Dzeko would want to wrestle you, turn you, and then obviously Dzeko's got great technique if he's starting. Whereas I feel like De Ligt is just gonna just play to Dzeko's game, get touch tight, aggressive, maybe give something away. Dzeko's gonna be like, get one on your early yellow and be like, yeah, let's target this guy. You get me? So I feel like Evans is definitely. I feel like we need the unk heads again. We need the unks, we need the old heads there to just like calm everyone down and be like, listen, let's just relax, take our time, no pressure. Just get a goal early and just take this thing at the game.
That's what we tried to do against fucking Porto. We got 2 goals.
But this but then and not take off our best player at halftime for no reason.
Yeah, that'd be
rotation. Let's just whatever, calm it down.
Imagine he starts Bender. I read something, and one like Bender wants to start or something like that.
Oh
He
my days.
said
Tell
to
him
one of the journalists,
buying the hype.
"It's his home country. Like you know,
Home country could be his home city, could be next to his school. I don't care.
Onana's been good with passing, honestly.
Yes, Onana's been great this season. Honestly, he hasn't really. Shot stopping's been good. Passing's been
I still
good.
can't
He
get
should
over
have had
how
an assist.
he should have had 2 or 3 this season to Dallo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just still can't get over how Onana single-handedly got us out of the Champions League last season. I can't get that. No, that is
This is
genuinely
the worst. This is the
That
worst goalkeeper performance I've ever seen in my entire life.
bro. That is like he plays so well in the league, right? And then he comes to the Champions League. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you folding? Why are you letting Hakim Ziyech score the only 2 goals he scored that season against you?
Is
What,
that
like,
true?
what are you doing? Apparently he hardly scored that season, and most of his goals came against Onana.
Jesus
I have
Christ.
facts. I wouldn't trust them, but I'm throwing it out there.
would you start Martinez at left back, or would you put Dalot back there and start Mazraoui on the right?
Is he like good? Like, what is he even what's the? Is Mazraoui like? Is he okay? Is his heart okay? Like,
He came on, didn't he? At the end, did he?
did he?
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
I don't remember. I know he was on the
Mhm.
bench, but I thought he was gonna be
Like-
out for a minute. Like, I thought he had like surgery or something. I feel like
They
that
said it
whole
was
story's
minor.
been like, yeah, okay. Well, then I'd probably play Mazraoui if he's good.
We might need to see Zirkzee.
Leacher might need to hold bench. I'll be real. Said Leacher might need to hold
I
bench.
hear it.
Leacher might need
Mazraoui,
a
Mazraoui, Dalot, Delict, and Evans.
I can't wait for when Euro's back.
Yeah, bro. I hope we're just like a little bit more, like it's a little bit more solid. Cause like low key, it sucks that he wasn't here. Maybe some of the results would have been different, but like this, like that crazy first period, we're still like kind of in it. But like I'm happy that he was just like out of the firing line.
That's
that.
true. He would have been cooked.
Williams
Yeah,
back. Euro's back. Few players
where's
go
Luke
back.
Shaw, man? Where's Mason Mount, bro? Don't piss me off.
Both of them did.
Where are they, bro? The link got a knee to the head, and he's fine.
Mason
Mason
Mount,
Mount-
bro.
Lenny
MIA.
Euro.
What even happened to him? What even happened to him? Lenny
Luke
Euro back
Shaw.
before Luke Shaw is crazy.
I don't know what happened.
Like
Mason
literally,
Mount's
what are their
body
injuries?
Cooked.
If I swear to God, if Tyrell Malacia comes back before Luke Shaw,
He will.
They said Luke Shaw was going to come back after the internationals.
Yeah,
The first
that's
set
what
of
they were saying.
international break. What's happened to him? Like, can we get a diagnosis? Has his leg finally
I thought it was like a calf or something.
Even Mason Mount, I thought he just had a head injury. I don't know why he's vanished.
Yeah, but then they said he picked up another knock during the game as well. I don't even
how
know.
can he?
Knock. How many
He's
doors
in
is
like
knocking,
he's just
bro?
in that crazy cycle where like he just one injury causes him to rehab, like miss out on time, and then his body gets fucked, and then he comes back, it's another, and then it's just like it's a vicious cycle.
Whoa, how
It's
many
not looking
doors?
good.
How many doors is he knocking? Like, I'm sorry, moving like it's flipping Halloween and like, knocking on everyone's doors for sweets. Stop the knocks. What's wrong with you? Like, he doesn't even play. He plays 5 minutes. Knock. What's wrong with you, bro? It's come to the point where I've had enough of him, man. I've had enough of him. 55 million down the drain. 55 M's on a guy who's played like 30 games in 2 years.
No, less than
Not
that.
even close to that. And
Oh my lord.
Is it like less than 20? I don't know.
Oh
Feels like
my, bro, like Mason Mount hype, fam. I swear to God. What's going on, man?
calm down. He's still good.
No. Listen.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
Listen. I'm not letting a man who has a
He's
do-rag
played,
and doesn't
he's
have
played
weight.
17 games.
Listen, man,
He played 17 games in
do-rag.
the Prem. 17 games in the Prem. Let me look at
okay.
all competitions.
Listen, I'm not letting a man in a do-rag who doesn't even have waves tell me about this Mason Mount guy and telling me he's good.
It's racism,
He's not
bro.
good. He's not. He's good. You know, he's a good player.
15,
but he's not fit.
16, 19 games total.
19 games total in a year and
Wait.
months.
I miscounted. 19, 21, 23, 25.
Oh, so he's under 30. It's not even 30. I gave him too much credit. 30 games is too much credit in a year and a half. That's
It's
your
not
boy.
bad.
Collect your boy, man.
25.
Collect your boy, man. Collect your boy.
I still have faith, man. I still have faith. Just come back.
We need
Finish
more
up the season.
We need
We
more
need him.
subscribers on YouTube.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, of course. Yeah, I think that's about it, to be honest. Solid
Covered it.
wrap up. What'd you say?
I think we covered everything. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
video that you put out on the 5 things that we did, in the description, it says people, 1 person, Brock Lesnar. You got it right now.
Wait, what does that say? Wait, what do you mean?
You know, like, go on the video you put out.
Oh, yeah.
See full description.
In the description, it says Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, because you
I don't
put
see
up
it.
William as Brock Lesnar, so the description will come up as.
I don't see that.
Why did it say it on mine?
Maybe, I don't know. Your algorithm just knows that you stay up all night watching WWE. It's crazy. Okay, Abu, anything?
Boldly out to this day. To this
Oh.
day. Boldly out to this day.
Get behind the team, man.
Listen,
Off the negativity.
don't run me with that gimmick up behind the team. I love that team, yeah, but as long as it's bold. Listen, I've had a hard week here. Thomas Tuchel confirmed as England gaffer. Like, we're gonna
You
win
should
the
be
World
happy
Cup
about
now.
that. You're in English. You're in
No,
England.
like we're gonna win the World Cup now on your soil. We're gonna win the World Cup, but now United have lost out on the best manager in the market, and I have to wait until we're gonna give Ten Hag this season. Now I'm convinced now because it's literally unless you give Rude till the end of the year,
There's
they have nothing
literally
else to
no
do.
one else to even like. I don't even know who they would get.
Like Nagelsmann is not.
Close to-
I'm sorry, Nagelsmann's not leaving Germany just before the next
I
World
mean,
Cup.
yeah, he's the other only guy.
And
Looking,
if McKenna keeps Ipswich up, then I think maybe we go for him. But other than that, maybe Sebastian Hoeneß.
Xabi Alonso's going to Madrid probably. Or
Exactly. And we don't even have the best bold Dutch manager in the league. You man deep in this.
dude, you could go and coach that Liverpool team and get them. They'd be in the same place, bro.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
Sorry, no, bro. They ain't signed anyone in the
They're
first place.
they're like the Warriors, bro. Like Steve Kerr, he wasn't really doing anything. Like he has Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. Like you got 4 world-class players. Like you just gotta throw the ball out there and they'll probably figure it out. To be honest,
He's made Ryan Gravenberch good. I never thought I'd say that in my life.
So did Ten Hag.
solid.
Sorry, who?
So did Ten Hag.
In what league?
Champions League.
You got me there. You got me there. You got me there. You got me there. Talk your shit. You Ten Hag in?
Huh?
You Ten Hag in?
No.
Oh, there we go. That's all that matters. That's all that matters at the end of the day. CK,
He's
Ten
gonna
Hag
pull
in?
you up on it.
No comment.
Huh?
This guy's a Fed. This guy's an informant.
Double agent.
No comment.
I'm watching Penguin first episode.
Someone's got to be
You watching
unbiased.
what?
Here,
You watching Penguin first episode?
The Penguin.
oh, Penguin tonight. Yeah, Penguin tonight.
Oh, I thought you meant you know that cartoon show, the Penguin one.
Pingu.
Yeah, I thought you said Pingu. I was like,
No.
what? I was like, why is he watching Pingu at 11:30?
Nah,
Get this guy the
Penguin.
list. What's going on with him?
Or a show, Unreal show, to be honest.
Pingu. Yeah, love it.
No, Penguin. The
Penguin
show
and
on
Pingu,
HBO.
both
This
unreal
is the
shows.
spin-off
Yeah,
from
both
the
of them.
bottom.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Stratford Trent's talks, films, and TV shows. Let us know if you want
Yeah.
it.
It's riveting
Stratford Trent's,
content. Here.
film club. Let us know if you want it, fam.
All right, y'all. Good 45. We'll be back probably. When do we play? Thursday and then Sunday. So probably Sunday.
Who do you play
Probably
Sunday?
after the
West Ham.
West Ham. Yeah.
El
Be better.
Sakiko.
I dare Ten Hag to lose the Lopetegui. I
Oh.
dare him.
El Sakiko is with no kudos as well. El Sakiko.
No kudos. Yeah. Oh my God. I dare him. But we'll be back after the West Ham game to talk about the Fenerbahce game and the West Ham game, and we'll see you guys then. Peace.
In a bit.